Hey mate, how's life? I don't know. It's alright. I've been dealing with some things like every human being and really didn't sleep much last night. I'm sorry. That's fine. I just think I need a little me time. I just think I need a little free time. A little break from the shows and the bus ride. Last year I had a breakdown. Thoughts telling me I'm lost, getting too loud. Had to see a therapist and I found out something funny's going on up in my house. Yeah, I started thinking maybe I should move out. How's life? I don't know. It's alright. I've been dealing with some things like every human being and really didn't sleep much last night. I'm sorry. That's fine. I just think I need a little me time. I just think I need a little free time. A little break from the shows and the bus ride. Last year I had a breakdown. Thoughts telling me I'm lost, getting too loud. Had to see a therapist and I found out something funny's going on up in my house. Yeah, I started thinking maybe I should move out. You know, pack my car, take a new route. Clean up my yard, get the well, about a few with me, I'm not perfect. Looking at the view like this concerns me. Picking up the cues right, I'm quite nervous. Hating when I lose sight, life gets blurry and things might hurt me. It's probably gonna be a long journey, but it's worth it though. Cold world out there, kids, grab your coat. Spend a minute, I know, now I'm back to Rome. Looking for the antidote to crack the code. Pretty sure that I admit it, I'm in classic mode. Don't need pity given to me, but I can't condone. Talking down to me, I'ma have to crack your nose for cracking jokes. I'm looking for the map to hope. You see this? Been making a whole lot of changes. Wrote a song about that, you should play it. I get scared when I walk on these stages. I look at the crowd and see so many faces. Yeah, that's when I start to get anxious. That's when my thoughts can be dangerous. That's when I put on my makeup and drown in self-hatred. Forget what I'm saying and the beat go. Oh, ain't that something? Drums came in, you ain't see that coming. Hands on my head, can't tell me nothing. Got a taste of the fame and upon my stomach. I don't want it. Wipe my face, clean up my vomit. OCD trying to push my buttons. I said don't touch it. Now y'all done it. I can be critical, never typical. Execute with every syllable, I'm a criminal. It's a bit but never political, pretty visual. Even if you hate it, I make you feel like you're in it though. You call me what you want, but never call me forgettable. Maybe deep inside I can never swim in the kiddie pool. But then I've been thinking the cinematic is beautiful. Man, I don't know if I'm making movies or music videos. Yeah, the sales can rise, doesn't mean much though when your health declines. See, we've all got something that we trapped inside that we try to suffocate, you know, hoping it dies. Try to hold it underwater, but it always survives. And it comes up out of nowhere like an evil surprise. And it hovers over you to tell you millions of lies. You don't relate to that? Must not be as crazy as I am. The point I'm making is the mind is a powerful place. And what you feed it can affect you in a powerful way. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, but it's not always safe. Just hang with me. This will only take a moment, okay? Just think about it for a second. If you look at your face, every day when you get up and think you'll never be great, you'll never be great. Not because you're not, but the hate will always find a way to cut you up and murder your fate. Take a look at the benefits. Nothing to meddle with, I can never be delicate. I ain't irrelevant, I don't get to you measurement. Take a measurement to back it up and give me the evidence. Pretty evident, dependable, can never be tentative. I'm a gentleman, depending on the nothing you're genuine. Pretty elegant, but not afraid to tell you to get it. Grab my head and keep it to myself when I celebrate. It's that time again. Better grab your balloons and invite your friends. Seatbelts back on, yeah, strap them in. Look at me, everybody, I'm smiling big. On a road right now that I can't predict. Tell me tone that down, but I can't resist. Y'all know that sound, better raise your fist. The search begins, I'm back, so enjoy the trip. The beat go.
Breaking news out of Placer County. 16-year-old Kiely Rodni.
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 Kylie Rodney.
Kiely Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kiely Rodni is
Kylie Rodney.
Kiely Rodni.
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 Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney.
Kiely Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kiely Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodney.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni.
Kylie Rodni. What up, y'all? How's everybody doing? I'm trying. Oh, look, we got. Damn, dude, we got hella people up in here. Oh, I'm happy for all these people here. Miss D, what's up? Tiff, so good to see you, honey. So good to see you. Sarah, it's really good to see you. Jenny Pooh, she'll be right back. We got Jazz here. I'm excited, y'all. So the song that I played in the beginning, it is a dude by the name of NF. The name of the song is The Search. However, that version of it is a chopped and screwed version by Siberius. Is a really good version. You can just search God's Nation and it'll be there. So pretty much tonight, we're just going to continue off where we were. How's everybody doing tonight? Say what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't follow MC, and like when you get talking about her and listen to her, I can't do her. She has nothing to contribute to Kylie Rodni, and I just can't do her. Let me on my phone temporarily. Katie Bug, good to see you, honey. Listen, I've given you 3 cookies, a chew bone, and you got your breakfast for now. So you ain't getting nothing else. I love you so much. You so pretty, but you gotta go. Okay? No, you're not gonna push my desk in. This is why I got a chair with arms, so you can't just excuse yourself in here. I love you so much. Give me a kiss. Okay, now go lay down. It's mommy's turn. We've been hanging out all day today. You No, we're gonna fight. Yes, welcome everybody. Please make sure you hit that like button if you want to wait to the end of the show. That's great too. So yeah, I pretty much want to pull out my handy dandy notebook. I want to stay focused on these, but first I want to listen because the more I've been looking at I feel lied to, y'all. I feel they're definitely hiding something, you know? And you can't deny it now. The time frames got me the whole way fucked up. With the missing persons, all that stuff. I would like to have access to what them calls were. No, baby, I love you so much. No, it's mommy's turn. Go lay down. What do you need? You're lanky. Yeah. I love my dog. She shakes her head yes at me when she wants something. I love her. But yeah, I'm going to play this. We listened to on, I think it was number 2. Might even been number 1. We listened to Jane Doe 1, and I just want to listen to Jane Doe 2, because like the walking contradictions, it's almost like you could tell when people are lying. And I want to re-listen to it, and then we're going to go back to the call log. I just want to browse over the night of the party, and then continue from there. I want to see what's going on. It's very possible that I don't know. I'm curious if there's spottings or anything. If you keep pushing my thing in. All right, let me go handle this dog. I'm going to hit play on this. Yes, baby. Come on, let's go. Where's your lanky? Is it going to play? Or is it going to freeze? Which one's it doing? It definitely did not click that.
I don't believe that this could have been a drunk accident. She was severely intoxicated. Didn't ever see her with Sammy. She did mention having arrived.
These party goers are the key to determine what happened.
Over 200. Y'all, this is Chronicles of Olivia. Yes, I go back on all the early Kiely Rodni stuff. I go back on all that, all of it. Some of these smear campaigns out there, I can't do all that. I gotta stay focused on the facts. I gotta stay focused on the connections. I have to stay focused on Kiely's story, you know. I'm gonna drop the link. Chronicles of Olivia, y'all. I don't know why my likes and my subscriptions keep disappearing. What is going on? YouTube needs to get it together. All right, let's get this.
I don't believe that this could have been a drunk accident. She was severely intoxicated and ever
Oh, and I'm a rude bitch. Anybody wants to come up on panel, I will drop the StreamYard link down in chat.
see her with Sammy. She did mention having arrived.
These party goers are the key to determine what happened.
Over 200 people were at the party, and this is the second party goer that has come forward to tell me their side of the story. Let's name this second party goer Jane Doe number 2. My deepest condolences to Kiely's family and friends. Due to privacy reasons, their voice has been altered, and their
voice,
name
man. Fuck her voice, man.
will remain anonymous.
That feels really loud in my ears. What up, girl?
Yo, I was so
Hey,
excited.
you ready?
I was excited to get on without trouble, especially after missing last night's show.
I don't know how people think that there's not information out there. You know what I mean? And stuff keeps developing, and I want to stay up with it. And the fact that, like, if you look at the call logs, if you pay attention to all the stories from the kids, from Megan, from Ronnie, Zanime, Tony Dodge, all them kids at that party, looking at them call logs.
Those call logs are crazy.
I feel like somebody lied to us. I feel very manipulated.
Dude, and the fact 911 call? What?
Yeah. 14 and a half.
Right. Lindsay's from what?
And what it is the phone calls placed at 9:20 in the morning. And then because they were doing their, I mean, it's documented. You can see that they started the search on the day of the 6th, which is, man, they deployed awful quick. It was almost like they was ready for it, you know? I don't know.
What, like 10 a.m.?
But here's the thing is, yes, if a 911 call was placed, we'll just say 1 a.m., and then there's a hang up abandoned call shortly after that, and then 4 o'clock in the morning, you got a missing person report, and it should say Prosser on it. I don't know, man.
Some crazy shit.
Sure fuck is. And it's really fucked up because it's like, looking at the FOIA stuff, it's like the same as the autopsy. It makes a whole lot of not sense if you listen to these kids and Megan. You know? Some of it makes sense, but it's only like 5%. The rest is bullshit you gotta fucking filter through. Nightmare, man.
They don't want you talking about this stuff, Shan.
Hey, man. Somebody's got to, right?
I know. They've had it hidden long enough.
Like, at this point, I mean, what's her family doing for her? What are her friends doing for her? I mean, cool, a school put a bench up. Awesome. It's really odd. Who did it? Who done it? I'm just wondering if it's not Squirrel Girl funded, or if those people were like, oh, we're going to do the right thing because ain't nobody looking at me type of shit. You know? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. What I do know is just all of the evidence, none of it goes together. None of it.
You know what they need in that town? They need a giant mural of Kiely's face on one of the buildings right downtown, like the community center or something.
Dude,
I'm not kidding. I am not kidding.
Put it over that car mural. Whatever the hell it is that everybody stands by. Put a big old Kiely there. That would be awesome. Actually.
Might
but yeah,
freak some people out. Yeah.
after listening to or paying attention to all the 911 call logs, I want to now go back to listen to Jane Doe number 2 on what happened that night. Because they all sound confused. They all sound nervous. They all don't make no sense. They're not common misconceptions, y'all. You got it fucked up. With walking contradiction is what that's called. It's word salad. It's what we call that.
Yep.
All right, we gonna get it. Y'all ready for this word salad? Let's go. These are walking contradictions is what this is. Inconsistency in a story usually points to somebody's lying.
Oh yeah.
All
It's
right.
time.
There were around 200
Oh, I gotta move
people.
this.
It's not very usual to see this at a party, especially at Sanctuary, because the road is so rough. People hate partying out there. I never saw anyone sketchy show up. I never noticed anyone sketchy while I was there. I definitely never saw Jagger there. I don't think he was there at all. When I spoke to Kiely, she was intoxicated, but she seemed happy. There was nobody there in wet clothes. They would have frozen so badly. It was raining all day that day. It was cold out. I don't know about the shrooms. I don't smoke or trip on substances, so I don't really look for them. I do believe she was intoxicated before 11. The girls in the black and white photo were in Reno, not Prosser, and I know this for sure because I'm friends with the one that took.
We're going to replace the word intoxicated, okay, with what it really looks like. You know?
Drugged.
Yes. Because if you look at the time frame of all in the window of which people are noticing her intoxicated, inebriated, falling in holes, it happened very quick. Very, very quick. Wasn't even 15 minutes. If you think about it. I don't know any alcohol. Y'all know any alcohol? 15 minutes, you so fucked up. You're driving in water. Your arms are growing 9 foot long and shit. Because I don't. And it's just really odd, her autopsy, that they didn't test for specific drugs. And then, to top it off, that her liver sample was held in a lab for a year. And nobody did nothing about it. But sue Ryan Upchurch about it. I think that sums it all up. That's where we're at, right? Yep. But I like to go back to the beginning. Do I think these people had anything to do with it? Probably not. Very concerning about the two girls in the back here, though. You know, this one definitely looked like she passed the fuck out or about to. You could blur her eyes out all you need to.
Took the photo. I don't know about Sammy and Kylie's relationship. I never saw Kiely fight anyone, but the fight that was on video was a playful fight. I know those boys. I didn't see Kiely drink or smoke, but she did smell strongly of alcohol and was having a hard time walking straight, and her speaking was slow.
Is it like somebody spilled it on her to make her seem like she was drunk, but she was really just got roofied or something? I don't know.
I don't believe that this could have been a drunk accident.
Look, if you think that Kiely was dosed, drugged, puppy, I love you so much. You were a rotten, rotten little girl. You get it. If you think that Kiely, at some point within that 24-hour period, because I can't even say, because looking at the call logs, and then if you shift their story to the time frame, it's almost like, why did mom lie too? Would be my question. Or did somebody report her, like, you know, Sammy and friends, to the police at 4 o'clock in the morning? Well, technically it would have to be between 1 and 2. By 4 o'clock, there's a missing persons report, and then you have the call from her mom at 9:20 in the morning. And it's really weird how they redacted specific things. Puppy, no. 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 Why is my desk not staying stuck in? No, baby. No. Go lay down. Come on. Go. Come on. Lay down. No. Dude, if she even starts chewing the arms of my chair, I'll cry.
Nova wants to be your sidekick.
If she can't, because I got arms on my chair now and she can't. So she pushes my desk. She pushes the keyboard stand in.
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh, she knows how to get my attention. So just keeps randomly dropping shit at my feet. I love her. All right. And if you listen to them, like they make sure they put some information in there. But if you tie that some information at 5% from each person's story and put it to the data, it sounds like Kiely was drugged. Why didn't they? Okay, they have drug problems, fentanyl problems, which they have awarenesses for. Same with alcohol going on in that area. So much so that as teenagers, they're doing accident recreations. Okay. And with the type of person she is, I just don't see Kiely getting litty titty like that. I just don't. Autopsy says she wasn't either. So,
right.
Somebody better explain it, or I'll just keep doing this. Keep talking about it.
Was slow. I don't believe
her speaking was slow. Look. All right.
But the fight that was on video was a playful fight. I know those boys. I didn't see Kiely drink or smoke, but she did smell strongly of alcohol and was having a hard time walking straight, and her speaking was slow. I don't believe that this could have been a drunk accident, honestly. Sanctuary Road can be impossible to drive on, especially with how intoxicated she seemed when I talked to her. Just a week before, a kid had high-centered his truck on the road, so it's not an easy one to navigate, like even sober. And I don't know anything going on between Kate and Jagger. I tend to stay out of people's personal relationships just because it isn't my business. I had personally seen Kiely around that night, but I also didn't ever see her with Sammy. And Sammy didn't even actually host the party. It was 3 boys from the area, one from Incline, one North Tall, and one Truckee. And the Truckee boy actually had work that night, so I don't think he was there.
See, in this part right here, that's super important too. That, and that. Mm-hmm.
So you think that's accurate? Those 3 boys and the one that wasn't there?
Yep, and Sammy. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I say a party of, if you're going to include fire cams, 30 cars, max. But she just said parties don't happen often at Sanctuary.
Right. It's hard getting out there.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they would camp more over by the Hispanic side where that boat ramp is, the big parking lot. I don't know. Kind of like where, I don't know, Kylie's phone pinged before somebody decided to turn the location, and then a half an hour later turn the phone off. Someone did. It wasn't Kiely. Because she's saying it was like 11 p.m. that she last saw Kiely, right?
Right.
When she saw her, she was fucking inebriated. She got there. Yeah, man. And then Sammy's saying an hour and a half that she was there. They pissed in the woods multiple times. What? Say, huh?
Right.
What kind of fucking bladders y'all got? Something ain't The story ain't no.
The math ain't mathin'.
Mm-mm. I think there's a kid missing from right here too.
And the Trekkie boy actually had work that night, so I don't think he was there.
Back this up.
And Sammy didn't even actually host the party. It was 3 boys from the area, one from Incline, one North Tall, and one Truckee. And the Trekkie boy actually had work that night, so I don't think he was there. I never ended up seeing him. I'm from Truckee, I know this boy well, but I don't remember seeing him. When I spoke to Kiely that night, she...
What if she's talking about Ross?
I wonder if Ross and Mags are still together.
I really don't know.
This type of thing can really,
ain't it?
This type of thing can really stress out a relationship and
Sure could
cause it to end.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these people could have had major falling outs. They might not talk to each other anymore.
Look, and usually the ones that stick together after something like this got something on each other, you know? It's my opinion.
Right.
Especially when you're a suspect, you know?
So Jane Doe number 2 saying that Jagger definitely wasn't there. She didn't see him.
Everybody said Jagger wasn't there. If you think about it.
It makes me suspicious that she says that.
Oh, this girl, I mean, she tells little truths in between all of the what she's been probably coerced to say, because that first meeting that night was that no surprises meeting, you know? It's weird. Like, for an accident, why would you lie about the time frames or calls or what you shouldn't. An accident just comes out smooth like the truth, you know?
Work that night, so I don't think he was there. I never ended up seeing him. I'm from Truckee, I know this boy well, but I don't remember seeing him. When I spoke to Kiely that night, she was severely intoxicated. Like, she had been stumbling, her speech was slurring.
Wait a second, Chan. Can you stop it for a second? Severely intoxicated. That word severe, when Sammy said,
yeah,
I
severe.
Never looked at her car that severely. It's kind of like they rehearsed together.
It's a severe moment.
Yeah.
You gotta try to save your ass.
It's weird.
And each other's, you know? Man.
Severely intoxicated. I mean, that implies falling down drunk, you know?
Yeah, it's just the specific words that they use to describe her and talk about their side of things. It just, the words that they use, like scared and, you know, like just fearful, and just some of the words that they used in the context that it's used in is concerning. Truly is concerning.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to paint a picture.
But I also don't know her well, so I don't know her normal behavior. I'd only seen her around and maybe spoken to her.
Okay. This girl's confused me already.
So I don't know her normal behavior. I'd only seen her around and maybe spoken to her once or twice at things like parties.
Okay. So she says she knew Kiely, but then she really didn't know Kiely. And then she says she only knows her from parties and was only twice. Because there was the one earlier that year, which is the actual graduation party. Farewell shit is weird to me, too.
I'd only seen her around and maybe spoken to her once or twice at things like parties. Other than that, I never really saw her. She did go to a different school than me.
Oh, okay.
She did mention having a ride, but she was alone and it was dark when I talked to her. People have also commented about kids not seeing things, and the moon was...
I'm going to tell you right now, whoever this person is likes to chew bubblegum. You can just tell in her voice. You can hear it.
What do you mean?
You can tell she's got bubble gum in her mouth. She's chewing on gum right now while she's talking. I don't even have to look at her face right now. You can tell she has gum in her mouth.
That's funny.
She did mention having a ride, but she was alone and it was dark when I talked to her.
There it is.
People have also commented
She's
about
moving
kids
it
not
from one
seeing
side.
things. And
She's moving her gum from one side to the other. It's crazy how good I can hear.
That is crazy.
People have also commented about.
You can hear it right there. Her gum moved from one side of her mouth to the other. I'm sorry I pointed it out. I can hear audio really well.
Go to a different school than me. She did mention having a ride, but she was alone and it was dark when I talked to her. People have also commented about kids not seeing.
She just said.
She did mention having a ride, but she was alone and it was dark when I talked to her.
See, I don't know. I think Kiely was planning on going home with somebody else. Something happened. Maybe it was the ride she was going home with. I don't know, something.
She could have been drugged before she got taken to the party. Like,
because wasn't in the beginning. I know it's documented somewhere. Where Kiely's original ride was Connor. And then something happened, and then somehow Sammy's ride became Connor. You know? See what I'm saying?
Yep.
She did mention her. She did go to a different school than me. She did mention having a ride, but she was alone and it was dark when I talked to her. People have also commented about kids not seeing things, and the moon was bright that night, but Sanctuary is under trees, and I had a hard time seeing.
Moon's still going to shine through trees. What was it, 62% illuminated? It would get really dark after midnight. When's the moon set that night, or rise that night, Miss G? It was like 12:30. It was still 62% illuminated. I like to test this.
Do you know what the temperature was that night?
In the 60s. It was average temperature that night. I think it was like average temperature of 64 to 67 or something like that night.
Because the generator that was running
I'll back it up.
And the moon was bright that night, but Sanctuary is under trees, and I had a hard time seeing because the generator that was running the lights had turned off or gone home earlier. So
earlier, huh?
You want to play that again?
Yeah.
Was bright that night, but Sanctuary is under trees, and I had a hard time seeing because the generator that was running the lights had turned off or gone home earlier.
Pause. Let me give you a time frame on that. I need the timeline. Let me find it. Okay, there's. I know there's a thingy where it says that the light's off. I know I have it documented. Okay, there's the play fight. I know it's on here. Okay, the ground's covered in glow sticks at this point. All right, let me just control F this real quick. Okay, all the lights are taken home. What time. 12:20. 12:20. It's right before the mass exodus. Okay.
Her once or twice at things like parties. Other than that, I never really saw her. She did go to a different school than me. She did mention having a ride, but she was alone and it was dark when I talked to her. People have also commented about kids not seeing things, and the moon was bright that night, but Sanctuary is under trees, and I had a hard time seeing because the generator that was running the lights had turned off or gone home earlier, so I personally couldn't see very much. That night, people began to show up around 9. It was a small group of people that I knew. I wasn't close with any of them, but I knew them, so I was happy they came earlier, so I personally couldn't see very much. That night, people began to show up around 9. It was a small group of people that I knew. I wasn't close with any of them, but I knew them, so I was happy they came, and I felt comfortable around them. Around 10, a huge group of people showed up. A friend of mine was leading them. She said, I don't know any of these kids, but they were all down on the road by the intersection because they had no clue where to go. So I led them.
This shit sounds so red right here. Do you notice the change and the way she's talking now? It sounds like she's reading off of a script.
Yeah,
she becomes very, I don't know what's the word, monotone? I don't know, without any emotion. I don't know. It doesn't feel organic, that's for sure.
A friend of mine was leading them. She said, I don't know any of these kids, but they were all down on the road by the intersection because they had no clue where to go. So I led them to the right place. My guess is that these kids must have not been from Truckee. They were from the Tahoe region.
And isn't that, see that right there between Sand Harbor and Incline Way, that this little bump right here, this area called Secret Beach. I wonder if the dude at Incline Village didn't have to happen to be that, what the hell is his name? Why can't I think of his name? Because they were here August 1st. Right where my arrow is. If you can't see it, I'm sorry.
Around Incline most.
Gunner Lock. August 1st. I wonder if he helped throw a party. I don't know.
Maybe some North Tahoe kids because.
What's that?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh.
And they were from the Tahoe region, around Incline mostly, and maybe some North Tahoe kids because most Truckee and a lot of North Tahoe kids know where Sanctuary is because it is a popular spot for us.
It's a popular spot for us, but I've only ever gone to 2 parties. Something. What? Are you hearing this too?
Can you play it again?
They're like contradictions.
You want to play it one more time?
The first part, she says how she's only ever been to like 2 parties or something, but she knows that this is a popular spot for us. Well, popular spot for 2 times seems, I don't know, contradictory.
Kids know where Sanctuary is because it is a popular spot for us. I noticed that a lot of people have commented that there aren't many photos and videos from that night, and it's true. A lot of
Just the way she talks, it feels different now. It's definitely not organic.
Yeah.
It's true. It's as bad as creme brulee, bro.
Maybe Lindsay gave her lessons.
I see why they didn't want no kids talking.
Yeah.
Shit, dumber than a box of rocks. This is crazy, dude. And all their deputy duties were like, yeah, it's a good idea. Everybody will believe that. Wow. 19,000 hours. What did y'all do?
Spot for us. I noticed that a lot of people have commented that there aren't many photos and videos from that night, and it's true. A lot of kids up here don't spend their time on their phones at parties.
Dude, you can get body cam. Wait, Truckee don't have body cams, do they? Truckee PD. I wonder if Nevada County does. Ooh, I can ask NorCal Watch. He'll know. He'll know. NorCal Cop Watch is a really good channel if you guys don't watch that shit. That dude audits the police in real time. It's good as hell.
That there aren't many photos and videos from that night, and it's true. A lot of kids up here don't spend their time on their phones at parties.
Man, I don't know. I feel like this is some slippery baloney. What do you think? Wow. All right, let's listen. Okay, so let's listen to this. Just listen to the tone on her voice, okay?
And to show up around 9. It was a small group of people that I knew. I wasn't close with any of them, but I knew them, so I was happy they came.
Okay, now listen to the change in this, okay?
So I led them to the right place. My guess is that these kids must have not been from Truckee. They were from the Tahoe region, around Incline mostly, and maybe some North Tahoe kids, because most Truckee and a lot of North Tahoe kids know where Sanctuary is because it is a popular spot for us. I noticed that a lot of people have commented that there aren't many photos and videos from that night, and it's true. A lot of kids up here don't spend their time.
Do you hear how high her voice is now? Because she's trying to sell you bullshit. Her tone, everything changes. You can tell when she's lying. Who is this, Elsa?
And it's true. A lot of kids up here don't spend their time on their phones at parties.
Here's the lies.
I personally never noticed a whole lot of kids on their phones other than when people were like taking B-reels or just taking random.
Which means you're on your fucking phones. There are pictures. There are, like, I don't know what they're trying to sell right now, but I ain't buying it.
No.
The cheese is moldy.
Yep.
Pictures, but most of the time it's like 0.5s of their friends' faces, like funny stuff like that. Not anything like crazy that actually shows the.
What's that? Not anything like crazy that actually shows the party. Huh? Right.
Big helping of word salad, please. Coming right up.
They're taking pictures, but not anything like crazy that actually shows the party or anything, guys.
Party, like, I know I personally don't take pictures of parties in general. Around 10:30 there were glow sticks all over the ground. That was one thing.
It's almost like you got taught early on, you know, don't incriminate yourself. Oh no.
Right.
Actually shows the party. Like, I know I personally don't take pictures of parties in general. Around 10:30 there were glow sticks
what
all
was
over
that?
the ground.
I don't take pictures of parties in general.
Uh-huh.
That's insane. That's what kids do when they get together. They take pictures. They take bucket loads of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at parties.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy talk.
Remember when they said they had hundreds and thousands and nom nom nom, give me more of that? Remember all that?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna need more of those.
Or none.
and then
For-
gave us a picture of a screen of a freeze frame of a surveillance video.
Well, what about the picture of all those 20 people lined up looking out over the edge of something? What the hell was that?
Like, who thought about taking that picture and being like, yeah, guys, they'll buy this one. I'll just, if I hit it at a certain angle, maybe you won't notice that it's not Kiely type of picture, you know? I don't know.
Right, but
I'd love to know.
Who thought of Scammy putting that picture out saying, here's a picture of the party?
Dude,
That
I
one,
still
that
can't
one's
get over.
Kiely. That one's Kiely
I
right
can't
there.
get over the fact. I don't like. I just think they. I think they letting Sammy prove her worth. You know, she's handling the case. Meanwhile, she's like the prime suspect.
I can't
It's crazy to me.
I can't shake the feeling that Scammy was so jealous of Kylie and
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
such a rival of her that
I think she was upset on who Kiely was gonna go home with that night.
and she wanted to become Kylie. That's like, why else would they put that picture out, that last proof of life, quote unquote, and have it not be Kylie? If that is indeed Sammy, and I think it is.
I mean, the more I look at her chest, the facial shapes,
That chin gives it away, but the nose, the chin, the cheek, the eyebrows, the hair.
Yep.
The hair.
It's all
the
about the
hairline,
angle.
That cowlick. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
General. Around 10:30, there were glow sticks all over the ground. That was one thing that I noticed because a boy had brought them earlier in the night, and people were
probably because the generator wasn't. Look, no. Y'all is lying. I think y'all are lying. I think you had to cut the generator off more like 10:30 because it's quiet time where y'all are at. I bet you people were complaining.
The glow sticks. Why is she explaining about the glow sticks? Oh, and I know it was 10:30 when there were glow sticks because and Scammy and her, oh, we were just being teenagers throwing glow sticks into the party. Like,
and it
what?
started pissing people off.
As
Like, it's
if
just odd how they painted that night.
throwing glow sticks into the party implies that they're like outside of the party.
Yeah.
They're like around the edge of the party throwing glow sticks into the party. I mean, it makes no sense. What is up with the glow sticks? Like, what?
I think they were thrown on the ground because they were so dark. But if you recall, like, everybody's saying like glow sticks were already on the ground at 10:30, which makes me think they cut the generator off earlier than what they're saying. Because you have to think, like, the noise curfew there is 10 p.m. because it's a family setting.
Oh,
even
yeah.
if
Campgrounds are strict. Yeah.
Even if they're that little valley or whatever you want to call that little, I mean, it's a peninsula between the peninsulas, you know?
Right.
That sound would travel, like people would have complained about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Music, all those things. And they had a ranger on duty, which you don't hear a fucking squeak from, do you?
Right.
It's just, it's very odd. And then you have these 911 calls. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like kids called.
It's almost like everyone was totally freaking out in a panic.
I don't know if Sammy took charge from the jump of things and that's how it got where it is. I don't know if it was the help of law enforcement. I think it's a little bit of both. I think the community, all of them. Like, I don't know why you would tell a lie or cover something up unless it doesn't
I think
cover something worse than just drinking, you know? Almost like, I don't know, like manslaughter or worse, you know?
I think their lies have backfired so
Yeah.
severely, to use their words, because their lies were so absurd that we're still talking about it 16 months later.
And it's crazy because if you take the 5% of the information, it does, but it's not in a good light the way that it connects. These are not full truths. Megan's not full truths. None of these people are telling full truths. None of them. None of them. Not one of them. Not one of these people told the truth for Kiely.
Nope.
Some of them were, I mean, fucking rock stars for putting the little pictures they put out there, memos of things. Hey, pay attentions. You know, them things. What we call nuggets. I don't know, it's weird the breadcrumbs left to Kiely's story, you know?
Telling on themselves too.
And it seems like they've been doing this criminal activity for decades. Decades. Now they just sweep them under the rug. They ain't giving you no answers. It's a Privacy Act. By who? Says the parents. I would like the parents to make a statement that they don't give a shit about their kid. I don't know. Something like that. I'm going to keep doing this.
Like putting them on, all this stuff, but they had started to fall off people. The glow sticks I had fell off. So I was putting them in bottles and like setting the bottles places. A lot of kids also started to pick up the glow sticks and throw them at each other, which was making some people really mad.
Okay, so you guys were chucking glow sticks and all kinds of shit in a party. Kids were having fun by putting them in empty, booze bottles? Okay.
People
Beer
were getting
bottles,
mad.
whatever.
People got mad because glow sticks were getting tossed around and it made people get angry. What?
It's crazy, right? Yeah, that's like their little firecrackers ready to just pop off at
Is
each
that
other.
what
I don't know.
started the whole Lord of the Flies mentality?
I think they always just have that mentality, to be honest.
Oh man, it
They
just
out there
doesn't make
eating
any
each other,
sense.
you know? To them, it's a dog eat dog, but in this case, it's a person eat person world out there, you know?
We were tossing glow sticks around and then people got angry over it. Like, just stop talking, man. You're not making sense.
Damn right their culture is different, man. Fucking hills have eyes. I'm sorry.
I mean, I
Some of them
wonder.
mountain folk are a bit something ain't right.
I wonder how many of these kids weren't tripping on mushrooms and shit, just totally out there.
Dude, and what's really crazy is this is like a horror movie, okay? Because if you think about it, you have this town that has all of these sexual predators, okay? Go look at their list of predos, okay? And then you got parents that are letting their kids go out in the dark wilderness in the middle of the night at campgrounds and have these Lord of the Flies style fucking keggers. Like what
What could
and y'all got
possibly go
predos all
wrong?
around you, all around you.
What could possibly go wrong?
And you're just leaving your friends behind. Who gives a fuck? We got predators and you're fucked up. Not my problem. That's what y'all did. And then everybody pretended like she did it to herself. That's what's got me fucked up right there. I will hold a skirt to that because that's where I drew the line. When I found out these kids left this child at a party. And a lot of these kids been enough to these parties to know you don't leave your friend behind. Well, how did the friend get left behind if somebody didn't do something to her? When you look at the phone calls, when you look at all of the data, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
It's a shit show. Dumpster fire.
I mean, time's just tick-tocking for people to take a plea deal. At this point, like a lot of people could be held. I mean, that could be bad if you don't take a plea deal, you know? Shrooms are legal if you microdose and stuff like that. Like, if you get it in chocolate and stuff like that, like most places, like, I don't know if they're, I mean, they're legal in certain states.
Started to pick up the glow sticks and throw them at each other, which was making some people really mad. There's also been a
Like, was Sammy getting mad, or who was getting mad? Who was getting mad?
And is this like a cover for like, because it sounded to me at one point like people were playing keep away with her with the keys to her car.
Something's going on. Yeah, it's almost like,
were
yeah,
tossing her keys around. Like that was
yeah.
a story.
That's
early
what that's
on.
yeah, that's what it seems like. I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. I don't know if someone threw alcohol on her. I don't know if she got scared and was trying to run away and fell in a hole. And then she made it to her car and she was trapped in by somebody at a Y. But the picture that they've painted of what happened to Kiely, somebody better tell the truth. You know, and then you look at the damages to the roof of her car. You have kids saying that, yes, there was somebody jumping on the roof of a car. Well,
Right.
I'll be. See 'em ducks? Like, really, how much more in your face does it have to be?
Right. Like you might find her bumper in a ditch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
and that's what's the craziest part about it, Katie Bug, is the fact that so many people can account for Kiely making it known she wanted to go home. Lord of the Flies. I don't know, kids. Sounds like you told on each other. To me.
Keeping her from leaving divine justice, exactly. And like maybe she was even like able to get in her car trying to drive away, and they were blocking her and she was trying to drive around them, and that's how her
and there's so many reasons why so many people are responsible for what happened to Kiely that night. I'm sorry, but it's true. Cool, take alcohol off the table. Take drugs off the table. Okay, even if you take those two things off the table, something still happened to Kiely that prevented her from going home. That also, I think, prevented her from driving her own self into water. She's not a fucking mermaid, so come on now. Okay?
lot of talk about the fight that was shown on the news from that night. There's also been a lot of other, which was making a lot of kids also started to pick up the glow sticks and throw them at each other, which was making some people really mad. There's also been a lot of talk about the fight.
Did Kiely throw one at Sammy? Is that why she got that mark on her face?
That was shown on the news from that night. You can.
Did it smack her in the mouth, or did her fist smack her in the mouth?
Wait, they showed.
I'm just curious what happened to Samantha's lip.
They showed the fight on the news. What?
Yeah, this clip of the fight. Yeah, it was on the news. It's literally like a 1 second clip. It's
right.
Like so fast that like
I've
you
seen
blink
the
and
clip.
you miss it.
I've seen the clip. I just didn't know it was on the news. Like that's weird.
Yeah, this is Elsa's brother. Did you all know that Elsa has an older sister, right? That is friends with Tavo and all the fight boys and all them too, you know? And she's 21. I wonder if she was at this party too. Because Elsa's here. Elsa's brother's here. And Elsa's friends with all the kids that came to this party. Elsa's sister.
You can see in the picture I'm going to send you of the invitation that was sent out that night, the background.
I'm sorry, but this kid looks like
of it is a picture of a fight from earlier this year at a party, because they're very common up here. People.
How does she know this by only going to 2 parties? If they don't take pictures,
Right.
How does she know? Because look, there was a lot of pictures of parties on a lot of these kids' Facebooks and Instagrams and VSCOs and TikToks and all this shit. And then it's really weird how they all slowly either erase those images, just those, or little gaps of a month. It's really weird. Like they all started deleting everything from August. So you can't see that they all go to these same parties. I don't know. I feel like this girl's lying to me and telling me little slips. Little
She's
40
talking out of
slips.
both sides of her mouth for sure.
Yep, for sure.
Because they're very common up here. People always bring boxing gloves to parties, and friends box each other for fun, but it's always friends. Like, there's never any ill intention in these matches.
There's no ill intention while this dude goes bop, 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 does a chicken dance, and then fucking cartwheels and pummels his friend in the face with a boxing glove and knocks him fucking flat fucking backwards.
Never any ill intentions ever. It's never happened. It couldn't possibly happen.
They kicked the fucking dirt like a yeehaw. I mean, I've watched all this shit way too much. This is crazy town. Oh, I'm supposed to Google Earth something? All right, what's up?
It is crazy town.
I'm going to Google Earth it in a different tab before I open it there. Actually, I can't share different tabs anyway because my screen share is broken because they keep fucking with me. Tell me what I'm Googling. You're more than welcome to hop up and pull it up on your screen. I just can't get my whole screen share to work. All three of my screens won't show up on screen share. I have to share tabs. You let me know, dude. I'm gonna hit play on this.
There are always kids mediating these box fights and are there to break them up if they need to. And there's always the biggest rule during these is,
I mean, they're all circling them in, so I mean, it's like a chicken fight, you know.
Box fights. That was a weird phrase. That was some weird word salad.
Mm-hmm.
Box fights.
and are there to break them up if they need to. And there's always the biggest rule during these is you're not allowed to hit the other person in the head or the face.
And it's literally in all these videos, that's all they're doing is hitting in the fucking face and head and shit. You know, knocking each other straight the fuck on the ground.
Well, like that one photograph of Francis Fowler.
And if they have seizures, we just leave them there and then someone just kicks them in the water later. I don't know.
we have people on them. But you know that one picture of Francis Fowler, he's like all bloody in the face and lip.
Yeah. Yep. I've noticed all these kids. I don't know what's going on. If it's like gang initiations by the age of 17, they all get jumped in on something or get put in a cage fight. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Some crazy shit. Looking real crazy, their lifestyle.
It's just to keep from getting bored, Shan. Nothing to do in Truckee but fight in the woods.
All them sports, all them activities, and all they can do is sit here and beat the shit out of their friends. What? 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 I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because we don't actually want anyone getting injured. Like, I've personally been in a boxing.
Boom, 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 boom on his fucking head, dude. They don't ever hit above the, no.
Match with a friend just for fun, and I didn't want to hurt her. It was just for fun. At 12:30, the crowded...
She's like, I didn't want to hurt her just for fun. What? Donner ass shit is this?
More word salad.
Yum.
I didn't want to hurt her. It was just for fun. At 12:30, the crowd had shrunk a lot. I didn't know almost anyone there other than like a couple friends and my ride home. And a boy had pulled his car onto the dirt road, like the main road to get in and out of Sanctuary. And
what city is West Wellington in?
And there were boys yelling and screaming at each other like in an aggressive way, not like a fun way, next to the car. So pretty much anyone that was there anymore had crowded around that car because they were trying to see if they were going to fight, if they needed to break something up. But one ended up climbing on top of the car and standing on top of it while the other one got in. And
I'm getting an address of Chicago. Chicago? All right, I'll look at it while this plays.
Started playing music from it. There was a subwoofer in the back of the car, and all the doors were open so you could hear it because there wasn't any music playing at that point. People were angry because there wasn't any music. Because that road was blocked by the car,
people
no
are
one could
getting
have.
angry again. More anger.
Right?
Why is there so much anger?
I don't think they needed. Maybe the weird people that all these angry people that showed up at this party, maybe they were already at your party. Maybe they were people you invited from, I don't know, like Incline and shit like that. That's what it sounded like. These people, outside people that they alleged that they invited to his party. I just don't feel like that's what went down because the party didn't seem that big.
I just wonder if these kids might not use steroids and that might be some of the anger.
No, I think it has like LSD and shit in it. What are you barking at? Why though?
You know, all that weight loss that Scammy had right before August 6th, that could be explained with steroid use too. I don't know. It's something I've kicked around in my brain for a while now.
Hold on. All right, Chicago, Illinois. And what am I looking at? What about this area, Ryan?
Driven in the direction of the Y intersection unless they had parked down there, which personally I didn't see anyone leaving at that point. And because I didn't really know anyone.
Didn't you do a video on this the other day where you dropped down on this and was walking through and you were looking at the bricked up fucking looked like a jail to me too. I don't know. I think that's what he's talking about. I think this is from his video from the other day.
Anyone there anymore. I had asked my ride to take me home because I just felt kind of uneasy being there without people I knew. So I left. My ride had parked their car all the way back on the paved road, so we had to walk all the way down the dirt road to get back. While we were walking, there was a group of boys walking in the same direction as us, and my ride knew them. I can't remember why.
See? People are pissed and angry and blocking intersections. See this?
They were trying to see if they were going to fight, if they needed.
And if you pay attention to the time frame she's telling you, it's around the time all these 911 calls for Prosser Lake are in the call log.
Crazy kids.
I want to know the details of that 4 a.m. missing person thingy because that's really odd. Did somebody already report her missing at 4 a.m.? Like, it's odd that it's in there.
Oh, yeah.
With the Prosser stuff.
That's some wild stuff.
To break something up. But one ended up climbing on top of the car and standing on top of it.
See?
While the other one.
And it sounds like the damages to Kylie's roof of her car and the fucking windshield. And then you got bats in the mix. That's blocking intersections. People are getting mad inside of the party for throwing glow sticks. And it sounds like keys. It sounds like they took Kylie's keys and were throwing them around. That's why the fucking...
Remember the rear view mirror on the driver's side when they pulled Kylie's car out, how it was all messed up?
Mm-hmm.
It's just consistent with what you were just saying. Like that damage on the car, there was no explanation for that.
No, because that's the thing is like, if you think about a car that's going down an incline, that much of an incline, okay, as it's hitting the water, it's going to, the buoyancy of the tires is going to cause it to float. That's why it made it out as far as it did. They would know. They put it in there. You know? And I think that's why they had the back window down as far as it could go, and then the front right window to help it. It would, you know what I mean? The buoyancy of it would eventually flip it and pull it to, but there's not enough weight to the vehicle with the buoyancy of the tires to smash the roof and the windshield in that manner. Just not.
No. It's very consistent with somebody jumping up on the top of the car. That's going to put dents in the metal.
Oh, I'm interested in Ryan. I'm interested. If you want to hop up on panel and you want to show us, you're just going to have to present from your side because I can't do screen share right now. I would have to completely restart my whole computer, and I ain't doing that again. I already got locked up once. But you're welcome to come up here and pull up. $7 million worth of insurance claims. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm interested. I don't know if you want to drop it in chat or you want to hop up here. I'll drop my link just in case you want to hop up here. You're more than welcome to. Always.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I'm interested.
Oh, I love just randomly just doing a fucking I Spy or checking out Google Maps or whatever. It's fun. Google Maps, like, you find some crazy shit.
Yeah, you do.
Dude, I found holes in earth, all kinds of weird shit all out in the desert, military bases that are like underground bunkers and shit. Where they shifted some more Area 51 location out in the middle of the desert. Yo. Sheesh. All right.
Got in and started playing music from it. There was a subwoofer in the back of the car, and all the doors were open so you could hear it because there wasn't any music playing at that point.
Sounds like something somebody that's pissed off would do, you know? Or if you're trying to muffle the sounds of, I don't know, someone getting hurt. So lakeside don't hear it. So it don't bounce across, you know? See what I'm saying?
So
I don't know. I want to know
what
what happened to Kylie Rodni, though.
What was Ryan saying about the $7 million worth of insurance claims?
On this place. Electrical box on the other side with yellow graffiti. If you type it in, goes somewhere. Word. Okay, that works. All right, that'll work.
And people were angry because there wasn't any music. Because that road was blocked by the car, no one could have driven in the direction of the Y intersection.
See? Right there. They trapped her in. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then it's weird. Right where that X is, where that trapped in is where Check It. After everything was all said and done, he went there and found something. And immediately from there, I found his all trails. Remember, I did a live with all of his all trails. Because he has Cal Topo stuff where he did all the water search. And then he used all trails to go back and snoop around in certain areas. And the one area that he focused on was right there, like in the bottom part of the X where Kylie would have been trying to leave. He found something there and went to the police station right after that. And he wasn't there that long either. Found something. I don't know, man. Something about him too.
Oh yeah, he's
Unless
a
they had
weirdo. That video that he made of himself like driving into the water.
They're all definitely perfectly inserted. But
oh my god!
Why of all the
whack.
people to pick? Why? Hi guys. Like what?
Yeah, bizarre.
Dude,
Well,
when
yeah,
he cried
yeah,
over that laptop, when he cried about pretending to get stuck on the hill and shit.
and he was all scared, so scared. I'm going in the water. Oh no! Help!
His
What a
fucking 10 minutes
weirdo.
video. I can't. Juan Sanchez. Yep. I thought he was gay as hell too. I was wrong. I don't know. He still could be. He could just be in a closet and wants to have a family first. I don't fucking know. He's weird as fuck though.
Oh yeah.
Down there, which personally I didn't see anyone leaving at that point, and
roll it back. Is this Elsa? It sounds like Elsa. think she likes yacht parties. Okay. Co's MTK. Let me make sure I'm spelling this right. OAZE. All right.
Are you typing into your search engine what Ryan?
Yeah, I'm typing
telling
some
you?
shit. Yeah. I think I lost it. What is it? MTK. All right. Oh, it won't let me in with my VPN. I'll have to check that out later. All right, I'm hit play.
Playing at that
That's
point,
probably
people
great.
were angry because there wasn't any music.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm only staying live for maximum of a half an hour. I'm still building my frames and stuff and all of my fabricated machines for pressing.
Because that road was blocked by the car, no one could have driven
And I just want to work on it more before I go to bed tonight.
music.
Yeah.
Because that road was blocked by the car, no one could have driven in the direction of the light.
See, people are responsible.
What do you mean?
People are responsible. Like, it doesn't matter whether she was sober or not. If she drove into that water that night, like they're claiming she did, like there's so many people at fault. Like, even if you take off the table that somebody supplied her alcohol or drugs or whatever, they literally blocked the intersection, the only way for her to get out. And nobody's being held accountable. And it's fucking appalling. But that's all right. We're going to keep digging. Yeah. And it's just odd how Evan parked next to her. Megan said all that weird, crazy shit that I just, even if she was speculating, like, she goes dark, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, she just makes me uncomfortable.
Intersection.
Yeah.
Unless they had parked down there, which personally I didn't see.
See? Unless you park down here. So if they had it blocked here, yeah, you couldn't drive across here. And I bet you that's what a lot of people were doing. When they said that there was 3 spots they were hanging out, I think it's like this triangle right here. I think they were all through here. I don't know about that fire cam.
Anyone leaving at that point, and because I didn't really know anyone there anymore, I had asked my ride to take me home because
You were scared.
Felt kind of uneasy being there with.
Oh, is that right? See? Some Lord of the Flies ass shit happened. Blocking people in, jumping on their cars. Got the damages of Kylie's car. I don't know, man.
Without people I knew.
So Reber, you really fucked up this autopsy too, didn't you?
I left. My ride had parked their car all the way back on the paved road, so we had to walk all the way down the dirt.
All the way down that dirt road. And in what time she left and what time Kiely, I don't know. I just feel like Kiely was trapped at this party.
Dirt road to get back. While we were walking, there was a group of boys walking in the same direction as us, and my ride knew them. I can't remember why he knew them, but maybe school or something, because my ride went to a different school than me. And at the Y intersection, my ride and I went left of the car, and the boys went right because they had parked.
Well, how were you able to get through and Kiely wasn't?
So those two escaped,
you were walking?
and the boys went to do some terrible crap.
Yeah, especially if Kylie's car's down that way. Because she ain't getting through, right? It's blocked. She's turning left because they're on foot. If she walked through, she felt relieved that the dudes came up behind her or whatever. because the intersection was blocked. They were freaked out. They wanted to go. You got these 3 dudes. I would like her to identify who those 3 people are.
Yeah. Right.
Because that's the direction Kiely is then.
And
if that's
and
the case.
her and her quote unquote ride are outnumbered. Like, that'd be kind of freaky. You don't know if these people are going to jump you or what.
Yeah.
You know?
Was this Evan, Dylan, and Philip? Like, who were these 3 dudes? Was it Connor? Like, who was it? Nate? Who? It's just crazy that, like, nobody... If it was an accident, I just don't understand why the story can't just be told. Because it ain't... She just drove herself into the water, given the details of their recollection of that night.
Park that way. Though a lot of kids had parked over by the water over there, and I'm guessing...
See that? She even told on him right there.
What?
Hear that? Kids are parked by the water.
Well, and what about the fire that happened? Wasn't there like a little bonfire down by the water at about 12:30 or something?
Look, and who's to say that a vehicle did not drive down there to give headlights to these people walking, or didn't pick them up and take them down there to their vehicles, and that vehicle turn around? Because what I see in that fire cam footage is not a car going in water. I see a car turning around. Literally, is what I see. And turning its lights off. If you zoom in, which Prosser Gang has done, other people have done, you can see people down there. Explain it. Then there's 4 people across the water taking pictures. You can see them. If you're taking pictures from the angle that you're at, then you're taking pictures of them doing something they shouldn't be. I don't know. It's all the timing, man. The timing is important. The timing and the data, it's all important.
They were part of the big group of kids who showed up earlier in the night that didn't know where they were going, so they parked down there and walked up when my...
Timing is everything.
Yep. Well, we just keep going back to the beginning. Nah, there ain't that many people, Katie, but I honestly, I don't think, even if they tailgated, I don't think there was more than 50 kids at this party. I think the 100 and then the 200 and then 300 and then the 400 you're getting are all the people that had to be accounted for at Prosser that night, including the campground, which is almost 300 people right off the jump there. Between Prosser Family Campground, Prosser Camp Group, and then Lakeside, that's 300. That's 300 people almost. Then you have to include, like, across the boat ramp, all the people that are at Prosser Dam, the side where Zanime kayaked, all that would have people lined up there. Like, there's people everywhere, all over Prosser. They're not just sticking to the sanctuary or just sticking to one area. Like, it's the whole way around. And that, I think that's where they got the numbers from. It's not 400 kids. They're just counting all the people that could have possibly been at Prosser.
And then the beautiful Mexican family party that Zanime was going to produce the video footage of that never happened.
There was 2 videos of the Hispanic party. Sure was.
Oh.
And it matches. Yeah, and it matches. The where she's pointing when she's doing her fucking weird 16-minute kayak video. A lot of shit's missing in that.
Yeah, I missed
that
that.
whole there she is shit.
Right. But I never saw Zanime introduce the video that she promised of the beautiful Mexican family party.
Just makes you wonder if they didn't block this off and these kids here weren't going down to help them handle a situation that they had. I don't know. The mass exodus, all this shit, like, put together, it sounds like someone hurt this little girl.
Someone's, yep.
And it wasn't herself.
Mm-mm.
It's fucked up, dude. How they're like, they literally have victim shamed her. But we're
Oh,
the
yeah.
bad people for still talking about her when we know something is not right here.
Right.
It's a lot of somethings.
Water over there, and I'm guessing they were part of the big group of kids who showed up earlier in the night that didn't know.
See, a big group of kids that showed up earlier in the night. So what I'm thinking is there's like multiple parts. That's why this fire cams, man. I don't know if I can believe them. And if the fire cams are accurate, then it paints a whole totally different story. Like, what I want to see is if the fire cam movements and the calls don't align somewhere at a point. I want to start matching times and shit. Not tonight, though. Hell no.
Where they were going, so they parked down there and walked up when my friend walked up when she showed them how. But most of the cars were up at the actual sanctuary.
Wait a minute.
What?
She said when she just said when they first got there, that's where they met the dudes at. Because they showed them where to park. Huh. But now you're walking. See, that's odd. Oh, I'm just curious of how many vehicles parked here. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at the footage, you can see all the rocks and the mud where they used them as stoppers, dude. Like, if you actually pay attention to, that's why, like, the other dude that has the other hot air balloon footage that they're literally over the fucking car, I would love to see that footage. I would love to see that subpoenaed for a fucking judge to look at and a jury to look at. You know?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see their LiDAR scans, their ROV footage. I don't know, man. I would love to see this shit in court. That's all I'm saying. I'm here for it.
Saying they were part of the big group of kids who showed up earlier in the night that didn't know where they were going, so they parked down there and walked up when my friend walked up when she showed them how. But most of the cars were up at the actual sanctuary. So yeah, a lot of cars were actually parked up at sanctuary because it's really common for kids to camp out at these parties, especially if they.
Remember, Sammy's telling us that no, she's lying to get more time to stay, and then she was leaving, and then oh no, she was definitely gonna stay. I don't know, and then she pieced the fuck out on her. I don't know, man.
They don't have DDs and they don't want to drive home intoxicated.
I think Kiely was the DD that night.
Sanctuary because it's really common for kids to camp out at these parties.
See, she circles a different area. She's making it look like sanctuary's in here. See, because this is the sanctuary party over here. And for whatever reason, we were told over here.
Right. There was that confusion. Yep.
Yeah, I think a lot of people parked here and walked up, but I do think this is more sanctuary party. And for whatever reason, they hyper-focused on this area. Like, they focused away from the areas that it was actually possibly could have been. I think SF is one that documented from this area. The actual sanctuary. I just, for whatever reason, I feel like they traveled down this and went up to the other side as well, over towards the campground.
Parked up at sanctuary because it's really common for kids to camp out at these parties, especially if they don't have DDs and they don't want to drive home intoxicated. They'll camp there instead.
So then they need to figure out all the people and all of the people that stayed at this party because they know what happened to Kiely. I don't buy that Evan was listening to music and had no idea what was going on in his car. I don't buy it. I don't believe he took a nap and didn't know what was going on.
No,
I don't buy it. I don't
crazy. That's crazy talk.
I don't buy it.
You don't like isolate yourself at a party to go listen to music by yourself and snooze.
Look, and it's odd he never made a statement that they don't have any. And then you look at that lady, these two ladies that fucking faked their fucking kidnapping, and look how much evidence they got, enough that they found out these people faked their own fucking kidnapping.
What, Sherry Papini or something?
Yeah, and that fucking Cheez-It girl. Toilet paper
Oh, the
Cheez-It.
Cheez-It
Rogue
girl.
lady.
Yeah.
I won't even say her name, but yeah.
Cheez-It girl is
bitch.
good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. And wait a
man.
second. The who is the PR person that the Papini girl hired that was also in the Rodney case? Was that the Jazz?
Yeah, Utah Jazz. Yeah, that's
Oh
Papini,
my
yeah.
God, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's
Rico as fuck. Yep.
completely over the top. Like, it's late, and I
Not
for
possible,
a
CD.
minute thought
Not
that
at all.
I thought I was just making crazy shit up, Shan.
No. And then you have a
that's
PR
freaking
person like
crazy.
April Cole, you know? And then you have that. I don't even know what to call Megan. I'm sorry. I don't. That shit is just a.
MC.
Yeah, MC Ultra. That's what I'm just
MC
calling.
Ultra
That's what
is
it
the
feels
best
like.
thing to call her. Totally.
Manipulation mindfuck. MC Ultra. Mm-hmm.
She's just like scramble brain. She's sent in to scramble everybody's brain. That's her mission.
Shoo.
Yeah, she's
I
like a
start feeling
freaking.
like she sounds. I don't like it, dude. I don't like how she makes me feel listening to her. Like Miss G will listen to her, and like I just can't. I can't hang out. I'll go listen to my saw before I'll listen to Megan. You know what I mean? Like hear my saw over Megan talking today. I was loving it.
Yeah, she's like a Tasmanian devil spinning in your brain, turning your brain
dude, I'd
into
rather
words.
I'd rather have 100 Tasmanian devils in my brain than sit and listen to that fucking train wreck, dude.
She's turning your brain into word salad, Shan.
That bitch burns my brain cells up. Like for real.
That's how I feel.
Her.
I've never been able to watch Army for Jesus, man. I was trying to watch a little bit today.
I tried
to laugh.
Oh no, I can't watch none of hers anymore.
The only way I could watch it was without volume, and just with the
I ain't even doing all that.
The type. But yeah, man, she's just bad news. It's sad. I mean, she's just.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about her because fuck her. Yeah. Honestly. Fuck
that. I hear you. Sorry, I brought her
up. They're sober. So that's where a lot of the cars were.
Okay. See. She's saying a lot of the cars parked by the water. And if you look at all the rocks in the water, I'm telling y'all, if you look at the damage in the front of her car.
And they don't want to drive home intoxicated. They'll camp there.
If you look at the picture. Is it possible she was trying to leave and someone pushed her car with the damages done to her car do not match damages of a car that went into water. Just don't. The windows down is ideal to make a car. It just sounds like somebody did it. Sounds like a red rum to me.
They don't have DDs and they don't want to drive home.
Or one hell of a cover up.
And kidnapping.
They'll camp
something
there instead.
I mean, yeah, because technically them saying that she was abducted.
Exactly. She was abducted and they have a car and a license plate and they're not, and those are the ingredients for a freaking Amber Alert, and they're not putting an Amber Alert out.
Not enough alcohol in her system. Unless the reason why nothing's showing up in her system like that is because they held her captive, feeding her peas. I don't know, man. And if you think about what happens to a body when it's being starved out, and I hate to think this for her, I really do. If your body becomes dehydrated and you die in that state of dehydration, your lungs are going to shrink too. You're going to literally shrivel up.
The stories about her asking for water, creepy, really weird.
I heard those through, like, I guess hearsay. but I never seen any visual things to read that. Yeah, I am missing chat. Yeah, there ain't no $400 I remember seeing in the footage. That's anime. Hold on. Was talking about showed a very dark video only showing. Yeah, dude. Yeah, there was a video she showed. It was like a bunch of people around like campfires. I remember her one video, like why her kayaks in the water in the dark time. Okay. If you haven't seen all of this footage, I don't think you understand why we look at Zanime that we do. Y'all remember the footage also of Zanime camping overnight at said campground. Like, why are you staying where a girl is missing or possibly deceased? That's odd to me, you know? Zanime, you know, not on just
Oh yeah,
civilian.
makes no sense.
Shooting videos of her, which they're documented, with her kayak in the water, and it's dark out. You can see her cars right there. You can see her down to about her hips with the kayak in the background, in the like halfway in the water. Make that shit make sense.
Makes no sense.
Does to me. Does to me now. Sure the fuck does. I see why people say it feels like a psyop. Oh, Barbie, thank you so much, honey. You didn't have to do all that. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Appreciate that. I gotta put that on screen. Gotta show love to people that
drive home in the morning when they're sober.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
very
where a
nice.
lot of the cards were. I reached my ride's car around 1 in the morning.
It took her 20 minutes to a half an hour to. What is going on? 20 minutes to a half an hour. Were you stumbling, fumbling down, or what's going on here? You held up at them blocking the intersection. I'm like, why is it taking her so long to get her car? 1 o'clock.
I reached so
And then she tells you where the cars are parked, by the water.
Parties, especially if they don't have DDs and they don't want to drive home intoxicated, they'll camp there instead and drive home in the morning when they're sober. So that's where a lot of the cars were.
You remember the one pictures? Because we were looking at them pictures, and there's pictures over. Look, I feel like something happened at like the boat ramp side of shit. Sorry.
Instead and drive home in the morning when they're sober.
I know some people think shit happened at Boca, stuff like that. It's just the pinging of the phone. Where are these? I don't know. It's odd.
So that's where a lot of the cars were.
Well, things could have happened at different locations.
Yeah, and it's also because if you also look at we'll keep in count this camera footage, you know, if it's actual documentation of what happened that night, like you can place people, like who is to say that somebody didn't hand off Kiely's phone and that's why you see that car speeding as fast as they can down this road right here? You don't know that. Someone could have ran a phone up this hill and given it to them, and that's why it pinged right here. Like it pinged in this area right here. Get rid of the phone. I don't know. That's why I like data. That's why I like information. I like things that piece together. That's why I truly like true crime.
Where is her phone?
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, if it was an accident, her phone would have been on her person.
Yep.
Period. The end. Period.
But what's the official story with her phone? There is no official story with her phone, is there?
No.
That's sus right there. That falls on
no
LE.
confirmation FBI found it or law enforcement found it or Check It found it.
Right. No, that's a
You know?
cover up. That's a big red flag for a cover up right
Nothing's
there.
saying no, we never recovered a phone like that. That was always left hanging too. It's no wonder why they didn't do a final press conference. They wouldn't have been able to answer all them questions. I have even more now. I have 1,000 times more questions now that I know what I know. Yeah, not an accident. I need to tighten this chair. I know that. I put this bitch together so quick right before my live. I've been doing so much. Like, I built a table. It's an aluminum frame. It has a really nice laminate top on it. And then I just put another code of contact, but I'm building planchets and a frame system, a mechanism system with a spring load on it, so I can do 3 different layers of screen printing.
So I wanted to say that I'm glad you liked my idea in your video last night. You were like, I don't remember who said I want a shirt with "I'm a plant" on it. That was me. I was like,
Was it
Shan,
you? Was it
Shan,
you?
make
Yeah,
me
there's
a
a lot
shirt.
of there's a
Make me
lot of
shirt.
different shirts that I'm already thinking up. I'm jotting down. I have in my Discord our list of one-liners that I always said that I would put this shit on t-shirts. I think I'm
Yeah.
going to do various styles. I want to do some shit with stuff on sleeves too, so just be on the lookout. It might take me where I'm going, probably like, I don't know, 3 weeks to about the turn of the year. I'll be making the merch.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna
But
be
the first
fun.
thing I want to do, like I have the idea to do can't stop, won't stop. But at the bottom, like on this shirt here, how it has a pattern here, and then at the bottom it has wording here. I think I want to put Kiely's name here with maybe her date or something. I don't know. Something, you know. I got ideas. But I also want to do some like old school, like grungy punk feeling stuff for me for Squirrels on Fire. But I want to do true crime related stuff and stuff with like, I don't know, quotes, funnies on them. Make some meme shirts. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Endless possibilities with art.
Oh yeah.
I reached my ride's car around 1 in the morning.
See,
It bugs
There and
me the
stuff.
way she's constantly referring to my ride, and that's Sammy speak. That is
no, and that's the
matching.
thing. No, these kids know. They know it's code to always make sure you have a backup ride if you're going to a party and you're going to drink. Like these kids know. It's pounded in their fucking head from junior high school to high school because they know that what these kids are going to go out and party. It's custom. It's normal. This is normal.
Right, but her and Sammy are saying the same phrases about my ride. Like it's like they
won't say names.
But they compared notes. They cooked up their story together. It's the same
Please
story.
what? What are you saying please to me for? What am I pleasing?
Oh, maybe about your t-shirts?
I don't know. Not sure. I don't know if I missed something. Maybe it is about. Yeah, I'm excited though. Kenneth Cole.
And drive home in the morning when they're sober. Though that's where a lot of the cars were.
See? That's where a lot of the cars were. Parked down here at the water.
I reached my ride's car around 1 in the morning back on the pavement, and I was never passed by a car on the dirt road or saw a car on my walk to my ride.
And then it's crazy if you think about if people park down here. And you remember Megan's theory about, they kicked it in neutral? If Kylie's car was parked there next to Evan's, and you do see something happen on that camera footage, what if that was the moment something happened? Because then if we go back and look at the 911 calls, one's at Prosser Lake, almost at 1 o'clock in the morning, it makes it all go together. It makes it sound like someone did something to Kiely. That missing person report, man, it's odd.
That was a wild
No
discovery,
headlights.
Shan. That was huge.
Yeah, it's not me. That's thanks to Illuminated Mind. I have a feeling my chair's not put together properly.
Yeah.
I need to clean some shit.
Yeah, definitely. But also thanks to you for, going over it with the fine
you have to. You have to look at the fucking facts. You have to look at the data. The first 24 to 48 hours in any case is the most crucial. And they had us so distracted with all this other bullshit. You know what I mean? Things that they knew we wouldn't ever be able to FOIA certain information. They knew it.
Right. Well, but also they had the timing so that
Talk, Nani, I
you
can
know
hear you.
we thought
I'm
that the
just grabbing a
first
drink.
24 hours that was actually the second 24 hours
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yep. I hear you. I'm sorry. I have to grab another drink.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
feeling like I should sign off too because
I'm getting off here in about 7 minutes. As soon as I finish this video, I'm hopping off here.
and I should hop off because I'm like afraid I'm gonna fall asleep. While
All
I'm
right, you get
on.
some snoozies. You have a great
So
night, honey. Thank
I'll
you for
stay
being
in
up
the
there.
chat because if I fall
All
asleep
right.
in the chat,
That's
that's
what's up.
okay.
All right. Night night. Love you, girl.
Thanks for
Have
having
a great
me
night.
up. Love you too, hun. Talk to you soon.
Have a great night. Sleep well. Billy, I don't know if you want to hop up here for a few minutes. You're more than welcome to. I'm just going to get through this video. I'm trying to make it not be more than like 20 minutes. I see that I'm not very far through it.
This is where Kylie's car was parked. According to
See, this is what don't make no sense. Okay. So you got some people saying she parked up in here. See, this is sanctuary. Then you got some people saying she parked here. Then you got people saying she parked here. But now you got a story that it's possible she was parked along the water here. Why is there so many damn stories on where she's fucking parked? What up, girl? What you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
You having a good
Had a
night?
little nap. I'm good.
Yeah, a little nappy nap. That's good. I tried to take a
Yeah,
nap
it
today.
was
I couldn't do it.
nice.
My brain, as soon as
Did
I
you
shut
nap?
my eyes, I was constructing all these fucking shapes and shit in my head, and I came up with a idea for a table to build. I have
Nice.
never seen anybody make them. I've been watching people build like single units or the ones that have like the swivel thingy. I want to just build a 3-part system to where I can exchange out and just use. I don't know if you know what I'm going to talk about, but you make registration marks like for on all your printouts, and then you make registration marks on your actual screen.
I love that.
And then you line it up on your board. But the way that I'm doing it, I want to make it so that I have like it's pretty much an assembly line.
I love that. I think that's a brilliant idea.
I'm really good at working in that's what I've done most of my life, is work in factories at assembly lines. My last business 5 years was assembly line pretty much. And then by the end, I just threw my product in the basket for shipping and go into the post office and drop off fucking 30 packages and repeat, build them.
Girl, you're like so creative.
Solder them. I like doing this type of work. So t-shirts will work for me.
Sawdering's amazing. I will burn myself, so that's pretty awesome.
Phoenix is learning soldering right now. He's so pissed. He's so pissed off. He's so pissed off with his teacher right now.
No, it's this way.
Because there's some teachers out there that like they're not hands-on with their students. They're like, this is what you do. Here's your packet, or here's what you do, and then they go sit down and expect the kids to just wing it.
Yeah,
and then when you ask for help, they're like, oh, you'll figure it out. And it's like, no, you're called a teacher for a reason.
Guide them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he comes home and then like I have to show him like homework, which I don't believe in homework either. That means the teacher didn't finish their lesson for the day because they're not teaching. That's why you got homework. Kids shouldn't have homework. It's the teacher's responsibility to teach that education to them.
Yeah, that extra homework is I mean, come on.
There's a lot of wonderful teachers out there that do teach, but there's a lot of teachers out there that just can't be bothered, and those don't need to be there.
Mine's high school mostly kept it in the classroom, especially when they were overloaded with all this extra homework that really wasn't pertinent to the lesson, you know.
2 heads at the Y, yeah.
Well, good for him. Good for him, Shan. He's a good boy. Good for him.
He's a good kid. A little smart ass, but he knows what he's doing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with an opinion.
Jane Doe number 2. She says that no cars had left between 12:30 and 1 a.m.
No cars had left between 12:30 and 1 because, I mean, nobody... See what I'm saying? She walked that road for a half an hour. So that means they had it blocked for a while, is what she's confirming. That intersection, that Y, if they had this blocked right here, this means you can't cross here either, other than on foot.
Right.
Leaving here, like, how's Kiely? Like, I don't know. And then the blasting of music, it just tells me muffling something.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the marks
Covering
on
up
her
some kind of
car.
noise.
The accounts of these kids saying, like, kids were fighting and that there was jumping on the roof of a car, and then the damages of Kylie's car, the windshield. Something happened at this party.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Could it
look
have
at the
been like a
911.
hunting
Now,
party? Were they hunting
look,
Kiely?
those 911 calls just painted what I initially thought. They called it a Lord of the Flies type of party. Makes you wonder. At the end of the day, if these kids didn't directly do something to Kiely, they know who did. They definitely know who did.
Well, they were all right there, and they know everybody.
Look, and the thing of it is Sammy Smith is either going to get a plea deal or she's going to be found guilty. Unless she can somehow produce some phone data that shows that, one, she talked to Kiely on her phone. You better explain that. That's that 1236 phone call. Her movements from the time she left Prosser at, would she say 1225? Convenient. What a convenient time to leave. All your movements, an alibi of when you got home, whether you were wet, like all of these things. All of this stuff needs to be in discovery mode, you know?
Absolutely.
Needs to get a move along.
Yeah, come on, FBI.
And
Come
I
on,
was never
DOJ.
passed by a car on the dirt road.
I'm just going to keep talking to the people that are taking it places and keep doing what I'm doing, you know? With all this stuff that's going on, look, you remember the conspiracy theory of Pizzagate? Turns out Pizzagate's actually turning out to be something to be theorizing.
A lot.
Because they conspiring to do fucked up shit to, little kids. It should keep talking about it. Enough people will listen about it. Once you get it, there's power in people.
Saw a car on my walk to my ride. No headlights, nothing.
No headlights, nothing.
To Jane Doe number 2, there was a blockage at the Y intersection, which would have prevented Kiely from exiting the party. Remember at 1236 when Sammy said Kiely had called her?
No confirmation from the FBI. The FBI sets firm with the last time Kylie's phone was turned on was at 12:33. So they're just confirming that Sammy's full of shit.
Yep. How'd she lie herself out of that one on the lying on the polygraph, the alleged polygraph?
I want to know who texts this little girl's mother to buy time. I want to know why they turned the location off on her phone. Why they turned her phone off.
360.
Why there's 911 calls placed.
Mm-hmm.
Why there's a missing person issued that morning at 4 o'clock in the morning.
11.
And then why her mom calls that same morning at 9:20. And then you had people out here saying, oh no, she never called till 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And it shows.
I went over that. Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounds like people did. And law enforcement was like, no surprises. No surprises. No surprises here. It's Truckee way. Made sure of that. I don't know. That's for a judge and a jury to decide on that. But there's a lot of people that know a lot of people.
Meant to be my ride home, but I knew she was too intoxicated to get me home.
Like a Rico to me.
So I said, hey, I found another ride home. Like, I hope you stay safe. Like,
Sammy had already left. In the background of her phone call,
Sammy, you're gonna have to prove it. Not to me.
With Kiely, she said she heard voices from the party, suggesting that Kiely was not in a car yet, but still at the party.
And there's no confirmation that Sammy was ever cleared. Anybody?
Exactly.
Even the police only came forward and cleared Jagger. And if it's an accident, if there's no criminal investigation, why are we clearing people? Why are we getting, I don't know, criminal defense attorneys if it's just an accident?
Good point. I'm like, hello.
Why are we taking names to jail if it's just an accident?
Everything they told me, I think it's the opposite. It's like they're playing opposite day in that town.
No, the thing of it is like the little breadcrumbs that were left, they tell a story. Fuck your drinking underage. Fuck your doing drugs. I want to know what you did to Kiely Rodni, because I think that's why everybody's doing what they're doing. Because something way worse than kids drinking and drugging happened at a party. Way worse. And they don't want it to be their kid.
Yeah, these fight clubs are not normal. That's not right. Come on.
Absolutely, Miss G. Yeah. Hey, Megs. Tell Sammy to speak up. Yep.
Yeah,
They're
the
all
truth will set
fucking
you free.
spineless cowards, though. I'm sorry. Some of the flimsiest fucking spines that I've ever seen for people to just tell the truth of what happened to this child. Like, it's more important that people don't get in trouble, that the truth doesn't come out. Like, what? I've never heard such a thing with an accident. Just the same as I find it very fucking odd that they signed Dante's death off as a suicide. Trinity Bacchus. Look at hers. Looks like that girl was sexually assaulted and fucking thrown in fucking briars.
No one crawls into briars.
If they do, they're going to have wounds on the bottom of their feet, and she had none.
Exactly. Yeah, no
So
shoes
tell me
on.
how she ran a half mile through fucking briars and all this shit, and she ain't got wounds on the bottom of her feet.
You gotta watch your back in Placer County.
Sounds like you got a lot of pretos on the loose. Maybe a fucking serial killer at this point. I don't fucking know. It's not good looking. And then the cases that are popping up around this area, finding cars in a location where they search and rescued, and then a year later the body's found, or a car's found in that same area that is the person's car, and then a week later her body's found and they've searched it numerous times. Say what? Sounds like people are dumping bodies.
It certainly
It
does.
really does.
It looks exactly
It really
like
does.
that.
All of them. All of them.
That's why I think it's like, a group of people.
Yep. Community.
My cereal. Yeah, my little cereals. That's just
You can call it an
awesome.
elitist group. You can call it a cult. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. It still falls under RICO laws.
Damn
You can
right.
call it whatever you want. Whatever that affiliation, whatever you want to call that corruption, whatever you want to call that fuckery, call it what you will.
Crimes.
Yeah. Little crime circuit. Little network.
Parking lot. All of this suggests that perhaps Kiely was alive at 1 a.m.
You don't say.
Is from the party, suggesting that Kiely was not in a car yet, but still at the parking lot. All of this suggests that perhaps Kiely was alive at 1 a.m.
This interview told us a few things that we didn't know. One, it told us that she told somebody at that party. She told Jane Doe. Two,
Look, I really can't be mad at them for the beginning of Kiely Rodni's case, because had it not been for them, we would have not gotten Carson's expertise on him claiming, like he very solidly even said, there's no way that Kiely, even in a panic, swam to the back hatch of her car like that.
Yeah, that's not how driving works.
It's not how going in water, especially where she allegedly went in. That's not how that works. It's not how it works at all. It's not how drowning works. Like, you got to have some water in your lungs, in your sinuses, in your ears, something. If she's got fluid on the inside of her ear, it makes me wonder if it wasn't blood and it wasn't liquid buildup from contusion or something. I don't know. Just curious. But now it's too late. You made sure it got cremated, right? That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
There's other ways around it. It's putting the data together that's going to bring some justice.
Could be from being smacked around. Pre-mortem.
All you really need to do is make sure you have the time frame narrowed down to where the data that goes along with it has to be exposed. Like, it's a shame that the parents, the grandparents aren't doing civil suits on these kids that are actually responsible, you know, because it could be proven in court. It makes you wonder, like, why DNA? They didn't take the liver sample, have it retested, have a full panel of all the drugs. I don't know. I mean, it's very possible that they know something that we don't. But at the same time, like, even if they do know something, it still doesn't make any of the story make sense if we're saying that Kiely did it to herself. None of it.
Make it make sense.
I don't know if I want to listen to Bullhorn Betty, but I'll say
that she was alive at 1 a.m.
Offered Kiely a ride in her own. Possible that maybe someone offered Kiely a ride in her own car because she was too intoxicated to drive herself.
Odd for me to hear that she stated she had a ride, which leaves me.
And the thing is, truth to power, there's so many of them. Like, it's not just Kiely Rodni. It's not just Trinity Backus. It's not just Anna Scott. It's not just Dante. It's not just Michael Shane Youngers. It's not, I mean, it's more than the list of people that I already have. What are we up to? 26 people?
Yeah.
26 people. Wrongful deaths.
That we know about.
I really wonder if Reber isn't the one that did all of these autopsies on all these, because he was the coroner medical examiner for that region. It reeks of corruption.
Mm-hmm.
And if I find out he retired, it's just going to get real ugly. Because the fact that all these people, like, it's weird that they excused certain people, put other people in place of them, had certain people do certain things in the first 3 days of the investigation, and then they were excused for other people to take their place. And then all of the what appears to be botched to us, like them not knowing what they're doing, is actually them covering it up. It's just, we're looking for the evidence because they're law enforcement. They're supposed to be letting us know these things, that it kind of looks like they're fumbling and volleying a case, when really it looks like they're covering it up, is what it looks like to me. That's my opinion. I think they know exactly what they're doing. These people have been trained in the positions that they're in 15 years, 17, 19, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me that they don't know what they're doing? No. No. No, they know their job.
Mm-hmm.
The job might not be exactly what the title says that they are, but no, they got a job. All right.
Yep.
They know what they're doing.
Got plenty of resources.
And then when you think about, like, all the smear campaigns that come out of this, like, even, like, if you look at the government around it, like Pelosi, all of these people, the way that they do that, like, smear campaigning, and then you see it within Kiely's thing, and then you see these same people around, like, that are trying to cover things up, they're smear campaigning. It's odd. It's odd. It's like they learned from each other or something. Like, it's like they tell on each other because their associations are so close. Like, the crime circuit is so close with, it's so interwoven that they behave like one another. They talk like one another. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, their patterns of criminal behaviors are like one another. Like, it's fucking odd, y'all.
Yeah, like a hive
trucky way. That trucky way is
Truckee
really
way to
deep
the
rooted
highway,
in
apparently.
government and politics, though. And I don't think it's what
Mhm.
people don't understand. It ties to a lot of water rights, minerals, marijuana.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
money, money, money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Lots of money.
Airbnbs now.
Lots of money.
Need to question who was
I'm
her
ready.
ride. You know, we know Sammy got another ride by somebody.
Yep.
Was she supposed to go with Sammy and Sammy actually literally left her? Or, you know.
No, I think Sammy didn't want to give this bitch a ride, and just there's something escalated. And it escalated with the throwing the glow sticks in the party, and her keys getting snatched, and then blocking the road. I think it all goes together on what happened to Kiely Rodni.
Yeah. And then the chase and then the falling in the hole.
Yeah. You got to take the 911 calls. You got to take the records of the kids, what they say, what Sammy's saying is going on, and you have to compare. We know Sammy's a liar. You know, she lied about the 1236 phone call. That she's just gonna have to explain that away in a court of law. That's all.
We know she's
got a
not
lot
been
of
cleared
explaining to do.
officially. So
Look, and maybe she's saying, I'll take your names to jail in hopes to get somebody else being looked at, and it could all just be her. That's for court.
that's true. Good
and
point.
a jury. I need a Q-tip. Hold on.
Okay, right.
Was she just trying to blow her off so she didn't know? Because it seems to me like if she was that intoxicated and didn't have a ride and she was planning on sleeping there and sleeping it off, you would think that that would have been her response, not that I have a ride and then walk in the direction of the cars.
Something that stuck out to me was when Jane Doe number 2 mentioned her suspicions on this not being a drunk car accident.
I don't believe that this could have been a drunk accident.
I mean, let's just say, for instance, Sammy was Kylie's ride. Something happened in the car. Was anything ever tested for, like, criminal evidence? No. Is it still possible? Yeah, because these cars are still in existence. Kylie's car is still where it is. Sammy's car, like, all this shit. You can still access all the data. Like, that's the thing about a murder case or a criminal charge. Stuff like that. Statute of limitations don't run out. They closed it off as an accident. This shit can be reopened as a criminal investigation.
One day.
I'm just waiting for my stream to get heated up or my computer to get reset any moment.
Sanctuary Road can be impossible to drive on, especially with how intoxicated she seemed when I talked to her.
And then I went to a photo that kind
of... And the thing that is, okay, is when, look, you have to understand how much this water depleted, okay? So if we're saying that this is Kylie's tracks, this is not possible because of where the water level would have been. No. I honestly think what you're seeing in the camera footage is a car coming down this way and turning around, dropping somebody off, and cutting their lights off and waiting for someone, because then soon after you see two vehicles down in here and leave. I think something's going on. Did they put Kiely in her car there and get it the fuck out of there? I don't know. But I have questions about the sleepy and the picture now.
kind of had where the car came out and kind of went right into the water. And I looked at that.
You have to understand the slope of this too. This angle of this does not give you much of a slope. Like, even if you see the slope in this, like, this slope is even... And this is probably check its fucking ruts. Like, these marks would not, like, if Kiely drove in the water, if Kiely put herself in this water, there would be marks there just like all these other ones. Of a car going in water, you'd have really deep ruts there. Where are the ruts? Anybody? It's almost like her, I don't know, her car was pulled there. It's odd. It's for sure.
And I was wondering, did that look natural or?
This was the day AWP got there. See, there's already people here, down here. There's 2 chairs here. There's 2 fucking rafts or boats or some shit.
Or did it look like something more intentional? And quite frankly, I can't tell you one way or the other whether it was.
There's a pickup truck here. SUV, a car, and another pickup
intentional
truck.
Or unintentional.
Something I am curious about is, at what time did the blockage at the Y intersection disperse? Kylie's car was only found 300 yards away from the party. The main parking was at the sanctuary, but scattered about, people had parked their cars.
See? And they're saying parking was here too, which here's that hill that Cece stays focused on.
There's not enough room for all these cars, 400 people.
No, definitely not. Yeah, that's the people fishing with their little boats and their chairs and their umbrella. Their umbrella was closed in that picture. They didn't open it up till, I guess, later. Yep. No, I think this should be red too. I think they parked here as well.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of parking happened here and here.
Let's see why it wouldn't, because it's like there'd be enough room.
Like, that's the thing, is like they're not gonna try to park in between trees, because you have to think how thick this vegetation is right here and here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They're gonna park in open areas, down on the beach, down here, and all this open. Especially if your party's right here, you're gonna park all along here. See what I'm saying? If you're partying between 2 parties, you're gonna more than likely park down in here to ease access, because you can walk this trail up and through. I don't know. I think maybe an argument happened between these 2 parties. Who knows?
It just seems suspicious. How did no one see anything or hear anything?
What I find very bizarre is,
hell, it could have been a fight over drugs. It could have been a fight over all kinds of different things. Boyfriends, just not liking each other, wanting to beat each other's ass. I don't know.
That there was 200 to 300 people at that party.
But yeah, I would like to see all of AWP's footage subpoenaed, including the other hot air balloon ride. I mean, it could already be. That's why it's not there, because the FBI has it.
And none of them have come forward to talk about what they.
I don't have faith in Truckee PD or Nevada or Placer County. I mean, some of their cops are good cops. I've seen them in action, and some of them are, but there are some corrupt ones. I also try to have faith in our FBI and some branches of it. I mean, some branches are crooked as fuck. They got secret services and all kinds of crazy shit happening. PsyOps happening on us. Manipulation happening on us. Control happening on us. I understand there's good and bad. But for Kiely, I don't know. I just...
Seen what they heard, what they think happened to her, because there's a lot of speculation and it's still on they think happened to her.
See, look. This looks like JC Bates right here. Bro. Huh. That really does look like JC Bates, though.
Her, because there's a lot of.
Hey, there's that kid in that black.
What they seen, what they heard, what they think happened to.
I have this picture somewhere. Here's that kid with that hat cocked sideways, and I don't know if it's an SF logo, but it's a black hat with a white logo on it, and it's cocked off to the side. And this person has shaggy hair. Goes down to like the earlobe. Looks like a Sims character, honestly.
To her, because there's a lot of speculation and it's still unknown, and that's what baffles.
And isn't it weird that like all of this, the evidence, the actual hard evidence disappeared? What does the FBI do?
Yeah, where's the phone?
Huh? Yeah.
I wouldn't even know if they have the phone. I just want to somehow know that they have the phone, and I'll just feel a little better.
The FBI can access all of what we talk about. No problem. No problem.
It's so many eyes and ears there. Yet
Look, even if I knew the FBI had certain information, I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not saying I do have any. I have some that I would love to give to them. But I have faith they already have it. But just in case, I'll keep documenting it, you know?
Damn right.
no one is
What's that?
Darn straight.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it's almost 12:30. You gotta
forward saying anything. We don't know what happened late at that night into that early morning. We truly
go.
So many unanswered questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to make this whole tow truck guy more real, his story more real, in my opinion.
Does. And then if you think about all the 911 calls, I mean, it sounds like somebody did abduct her, drugged her, abducted her. I don't know if they held her for ransom. I mean, her friends are joking about, oh, you can't get to her without a key. You got Salisha Singh out here saying, you know, got Sammy saying, look for parts of a car. I mean, and then it sounds like this girl was starved to death with only peas in her stomach. She should have had creme brulee and alcohol in there. But she didn't. She definitely had peas. And I see why people think, oh, it's not her body. I mean, if you apply accident to it, no, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Too many contradictions all over.
People know it was the one piece of the puzzle I was putting together that didn't fit. But this interview,
that was JLR's voice,
has given me a little more clarity. That is potential that he really did see her car at a different location.
There's a lot of people that saw it around Boca the next day. And it's really weird that those people got silenced. Like, they never clarified what is fake news and what's not. Like, normally in an investigation, they go through all of that. They clarify things. Like, that's what law enforcement is to do, you know, to investigate and clarifying points. Put the facts out there. It's crazy.
That's right.
Oh, for sure, Barbie.
Steak right off the plate.
A beautiful, talented, and intelligent soul whose life was taken too soon.
Taken too soon, yes.
If you saw something, please say something.
That right there. I'm gonna leave it on that note there, y'all. I think I'm good for the night. I got other things I want to do. I want to keep talking about Kiely. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday that I want to come back. And I definitely want to take some more looks at these call logs. But I think I want to type the call logs out a little bit so that we can just scroll through it rather than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's difficult to go through.
All right, y'all. But I'm going to hop off here for the night. I love you all so very much. Please make sure you hit that like. Make sure you're subscribed and your notification bell is turned on. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night. God bless.
Peace out.
Love you, girl. Thank you for being up here.
Thanks, babe.